Hey everybody, welcome. Alright, so I got a vinyl haul for you guys. I couldn't do it last week because I was feeling horrible, but now I feel a whole lot better. I can breathe, I can actually talk. I thought it was originally just like allergies, but I caught the bug that was going around and I just I had no energy for it. So I do have some stuff to show you, of course. I have some 45s that I picked up. Some cassettes. Ever since I showed you guys my collection, I've been finding them now in the wild, so I couldn't pass those up. And then some CDs. I have never shown you guys CDs before, so I'm excited to show you what I picked up as well. When they're $1, again, it's hard to say no. So I'm listening to music on all platforms, but the bulk of this haul will be, of course, vinyl. We got the LPs here, so let's get right into it. Starting off here with the cassette that was given to me by my girlfriend. Got the Cranberries. Everyone else is doing it, so why can't we? It is just a standard pressing of it. I'm assuming an original pressing of it when it came out in, I don't know. I don't even know when it would, what year this is from. 1993? So, kind of old, but you got the songs on there like Linger, stuff you probably heard on the radio from them. Here I'm on K-Rock here in Southern California all the time. So you can't go wrong with the Cranberries. Great band. I really do love their music. I will continue to look for more of their music on whatever platform I can get it on. I do have an MP3 converting tape deck that I still need to mess around with. So maybe I'll have it digitally, but I do enjoy listening to it this way, I guess. I treat it like vinyl. I just stick the tape in and I listen to it in its entirety. I don't skip around, even though you can, but then at the same time it's kind of a pain because you have to kind of figure out when the song ends. So sort of like LP form there. And then one that I desperately needed in my collection. You got Selena, you got Exitos and Recuerdos, which translates over to hits and memories. I think this came out in 96. Yeah, 96 to the EMI Capitol label. It's an original pressing of it. I know they're reissuing a lot of her music. I think Urban Outfitters has her last album on vinyl. I haven't found any ever because I don't think they ever pressed them on vinyl. But they did do cassette. It has Baila Esta Cumbia, which is my first exposure to cumbia music. And that's where my love for it came from. And of course, I just in love with Selena. When she passed away, my little 5-year-old heart was broken. I couldn't understand what the hell was going on. And I would see her on TV still because they were doing all these things. And I was like, how can they say she's dead? She's still there. So I was still kind of internalizing that. But yeah, I'm so happy I found it. So hopefully I'll find more of her music. Maybe I'll cave in and buy the $30 record from Urban, but we'll see. I'm going to show you the CDs next. This classic that I think belongs in everyone's collection. Michael Jackson, Bad. Of course you have Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel. Man in the Mirror, which is my girlfriend's ultimate favorite song. She loves that song. Great message. I personally love it too, so whenever we put it on, we listen to the whole thing, but once it gets to that song, it's party time for both of us. It was produced by Quincy Jones, which is pretty cool. But yeah, just an awesome classic. Some more classic music here. This is a swap meet find, and I got it for $1. I think Michael was $2. This one was still sealed. It's Stevie Wonder, Greatest Hits, the Millennium collection. You got songs on here like Blowing in the Wind, which is a cover, really good. I Was Made to Love Her, Fingertips Part 2, Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours, Yester Me, Yester You, Yesterday. I mean, the list goes on. It's just a great CD to have. Really love that picture of him there. Super classy looking. Playing a harmonica. But yeah, Stevie, can't have enough of him in my collection. I have a couple records on vinyl, but no CDs, so now I have them. And this next one, again, another classic, another standard of anyone, should be in anyone's collection. De La Soul's 3 Feet High and Rising. Tommy Boy label. It was $1.99, and I think it was the color of the day, so it came down to $1. And I left it in my car or something. It's not in there, but I assure you it's in there. Usually the records and the CDs usually are always missing. Someone just goes there and steals CDs. I'm a big fan of the album work, like artwork, so I would want to pay the $2. I mean, it's fucking $2. Why would you steal it? But hey, whatever. I found it. It's got a nice home now. So those are some of the CDs that I picked up from the first time I went through. And then I also found some 45s. So in the display case at the front, they have the expensive stuff, right? And they usually have overpriced records there. They had a bunch of Elvis from the 70s, which I'm not a big fan of. It's good, but $15, $20 a record, completely beat up. Someone just went to town on the sleeves and they were asking that much, which is, you know, for all of us in the community, that's just ridiculous. A lot of you are probably just like cringing at that. And trust me, I did too. But then and this is the irony of it all, because they don't know how to, they price those shit records, you know, that much, and then I go to the back, I look up in front of me, and there's a stack of Beatles singles that are priced at $2 a piece. They don't really care about the 45s. They're usually kind of just tossed in between the records. So found these, $2 a piece, bought them all. Starting off here with the Beatles, and I have a hard time saying this because you want to say it fast. Obla Di, Obla Da, and then you have Julia. It is apparently numbered 102,949. I don't know. It has its original sleeve. It's off the Capitol label. Really clean. Well, it was a bit dusty, but the record is, the 45 is actually really good condition. So I found that one. I found I Should Have Known Better and A Hard Day's Night, which is one of my favorite songs. And they all have the Apple inner label there. This actually has a label. The Apple protective sleeve on there. The rest of these are just randomly mixed. I don't know what happened to those, but this one's And I Love Her, and the other side is If I Fell. Great single as well. I saw her standing there, and I Want to Hold Your Hand. I think this one's my favorite. I love both of those songs a lot. So $2 again. And then I found a George Harrison single, Isn't It a Pity and My Sweet Lord. So I took it too. So yeah, I don't have any Beatles in my collection, so I was really happy to get these in there to start off. Hopefully what will be more in the future. Okay, so now let's start off with the LPs and get straight into it. Starting off here with the record of the month from Vinylmnky, please. It is Tennis, Yours Conditionally. Man, okay, so I was really happy about the packaging, about the record itself. Comes sleeved up in this really nice sleeve with all the lyrics on it. And then you get the record in this like split blue pink heavy pressing. The audio quality of this record is amazing. I really did fall in love with the drums on this album. It just felt like it had its own little spot in the music. It wasn't sort of just in the background. And I don't know how they recorded those drums, but they just felt like they were recorded like in a live session type of way, where it was fluid and it was live. It wasn't kind of just, set to kind of lay down all the other instruments, if that makes any sense. But overall, I mean, they kind of do give me this vintage feel for their music. They kind of sound like an old 60s band. Kind of like the dream pop type of sound. I actually heard some hints of funk in there. I haven't heard anyone really touch on that. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like if they played some of these songs at some like little hip hop gathering, they would be a b-boy or two or b-girl, breaking to them, maybe top rocking to them. Like, they kind of have a funky vibe to them. So that really stuck out to me. Maybe it's because of the way the drumming sounds. But overall, I mean, it's just a beautiful album, and there's a lot of reflection that goes on this record. They threw in this little booklet. It's like a super personal touch. Gives you insight into her head as to what she's writing about and the struggles and kind of like the questions that she has. In the back it says here, "Yours Conditionally was written on land and at sea in equal parts. Lyrically, it is a consideration of my relation to the world as a woman, as an artist whose work is transformed by another's experience of it and the conflicting needs that arise from these intersections. How am I willing to belong to the ones I love? How much am I willing to belong to an audience that I don't know but need? How much am I willing to belong to you? I only know that I'm yours conditionally." That is perfect. I mean, I did hear on, like, by reading the lyrics, by hearing the music, that all sort of just was included in this. And let me show you what's inside here. You got some really just tasteful pictures. You got the logs from the trip that they took on their boat. Their names actually comes from the fact that her husband was going to be like a professional tennis player, but it didn't work out. So they started making music randomly. It kind of fell in their lap, and they've been making amazing records since then. Here's the boat that they were on. So that's why they called it Tennis. So like this dream of them, his dream of becoming a tennis player was, you know, short-lived. It didn't happen, but here's this dream of them making a band and being successful, doing shows and going out and touring, pressing records. Using the name Tennis is sort of like him sort of still being successful in the sense that it was like based on the idea of tennis. I don't know, but I thought it was really cool. There's some more pictures of them working on their music on the boat. But yeah, just overall amazing record. They knocked it out of the park as always, per usual. Really excited about this month's record, the reissue of the most anticipated record of all time. And they sold out like membership spots. Like they couldn't add more people in because they didn't have enough records. So it's a big deal, I guess. But yeah, check this out if you get a chance. Please, I'm gonna find all their other music on vinyl, hopefully soon. I also picked up another record. It is the self-titled Taj Mahal. The legendary bluesman. It's exactly what I wanted to hear. It's just raw, unfiltered blues. You got some harmonica in there, a little bit of slide guitar. His voice is amazing. It's got the pain and the anger and frustration that you would want to hear from your bluesman. This is limited to 1,000. I got 999. I think they still have it in the store for 19 bucks. It hasn't been reissued since it came out in like, I think it was the 60s or 70s. But yeah, it is heavy pressing in this clear red vinyl. If you love the blues, the Delta blues, you're into that, you want to get into it, start off with Taj. If you can get your hands on this record. If you want a referral, 10 bucks off, get it for $9 plus shipping or whatever. Just give me your email in the description below and I'll get you squared up with that. Or yeah, if you can still sign up. That Demon Days album really just surprised me, but this should be available if you get a chance to sign up. But yeah, love this album through and through. I also did get a record from Vinylmnky, Aquilo. This album is amazing as well. R&B, got a bit of an experimental edge to it. I did do a full review of that, so you can check that out in the description below. But I mean, as always, they delivered a decent, amazing record. It came with a print that was signed by them, so really excited. They got their debut here in the U.S. playing at the Late Show, I think Seth Meyers. So that was really cool to see them do that. But yeah, amazing music, just phenomenal. Alright, so this next album is actually something that my girlfriend got me for my birthday. She loves this artist and I started to appreciate him because of her. So I was really surprised to see this. Bruno Mars 24 Karat Magic. So you have songs on here like Chunky, Perm, That's What I Like, which is one of my favorite songs. Holy crap. It's actually outside of the sleeve. It's actually just regular standard pressing, black, with this really cool Atlantic label on there. And then it's a gatefold, which is pretty cool too, because they have this big thank you for getting his record. Music that I wasn't expecting from Bruno Mars. It's soulful, it's funky, it's a fun album to listen to. So we definitely do pop it on. Well, I got a digital download with it, so we listen to it in the car all the time as well, along with that Michael Jackson record. But yeah, awesome record. Glad to have it in my collection. Thanks, babe. Something we can both listen to. So these are the thrift store pickups that I got. This one here is a random pickup. Don't have any of his music in my collection. Got Neil Diamond, A Beautiful Noise, produced by Robbie Robertson. So it's a concept album, sort of made for, I think it was a play. I'm not 100%. Maybe you guys can fill me in on it, but I did listen to it and it wasn't that bad. I really love this gatefold. Got a great shot there of like a city. I'll be honest, I haven't given it as much playing time as the other records, but I figured I'd give it a shot. It was just in perfect condition for $2. Why not? Definitely find more of his music at the thrift stores, recently at least, but they're all really, really bad. So I figured this would be my first try to try to get into his music. I will listen to it a little more, but yeah, it's great acoustic music, and it was produced a certain way to kind of get it has like an 80s vibe to it. I'm trying to figure out, okay, so it's like 1976 is when this was put out, so I'm trying to figure out like what the inspiration for this was really, but I have to do more research. But yeah, so I added this to the collection. Along with that, I also found Frank Sinatra, September in My Years. You have Don't Wait Too Long, Once Upon a Time, and I mean just classic Frank, really great condition. The whole album is great. Another record to add to it because I've been finding a lot of his music off the Reprise label there. Really nice and clean condition too, so why not add them up to the stack. And then on another, well, kind of another day, it was I think later on that day, went back and I found two other records, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. You got this one, which is I believe their first album, and then I also got David Graham and David Crosby. It's just them two. This one's interesting too. Actually, I took the record out because it's a trifold sleeve. So you open up the flap. Well, here you can see them kind of chilling in the little square. You open it up and you get them again. And then you open it up again. You gotta extend here. You got another picture, which I really, really love. It's got this awesome like red tint to it. And then I think these are, yeah, track listings and stuff. For the album itself, you got Southbound Train, Black Notes, Frozen Smiles, Immigration Man. This one was far more folkier sounding. And here's the sleeve with the lyrics on there as well. And then of course standard black vinyl on the Atlantic tricolor label. This one, yeah, was more folky compared to this one here, which had, I feel, more a different selection of genres that were kind of just fused into their music. So it wasn't just the harmonica and the acoustic guitar. It had different sounds and different direction, which I really liked. And they're on a boat, so I guess we're keeping a boat theme going on here today. The sticker on this is actually kind of falling apart, but it's still on there, surprisingly. And you have them in the back there singing. All three of them singing is just this intense, powerful, just wall of sound. I heard a lot more harmonizing on this than I did with them two here. But I really do love that they were doing that. And this is my first time picking up any of their music, so nice little exposure to them. You got the boat in the inner label there. Great condition as well. $2 each, so I picked them up. But yeah, so just easy listening music, really good. On this album actually, I really did like Dark Star, Black Star. No, it's Dark Star. My bad. So that song really just was amazing. So that's one to look into if you're interested. If you haven't really listened to their music before, check that out. But yeah, there it is. We've made it to the end. I'm sure it's a bit long, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for making it all the way to the end. If you want to follow me on any other social media platform, links are in the description. As always, thank you for watching. If you think I deserved it, give this video a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you guys on the next one.